me de ubewura parliament. Sam George, Honorable Sam George, and Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin enya banter bi. Now that banter no munya no. I don't know. Ohwe we are for adwenche bra. Me mom de we be say make Sam George was a bit arrogant. But minim ebi na so we adwenche wa de beba. Before we do that no, my who a lady was in anka MP say Obaba wari no say dey we had
Jesus Christ needs to come down and give me flat tummy because the idea I mean my who didn't to me. Anyways, my birthday was few days ago. No one gifted me with any cake. Influencer be and posting me nothing. And I decided to surprise myself.
Abu minutes sky I gonna brothers don't F around.
That's here otonton air fryers ni nyoma bebre. One says sometimes air fryers is difficult to get some sizes or not there or what sizes ni bibia. Oko de on yes vendors now baby sa oh how much is it available? No, ebi ni ho. Is it available? No, ebi ni ho. Wash on a shelf. This should tell you say hey bibi ni ho you want that she doesn't have. Look at her shelf. Invited me mao opebia wo de call Jibs page Jibs import na to air fryer na ye okay.
Lady also a content creator. Hey, honorable, can we do anything you know? Honorable pen once I'm go for a match we are. Honorable theater we do anything you know. Hey, food content creator for us in the forest are we this time you heavy. Hey, when I'm say hey, honorable also pass TikTok and our parent or do work on TikTok. Anyway, when you call my family parliament then and 70 Mrs. You Ghana Charlie Ghana then 70 Mrs. easy. All right, Honorable Sam George. Any kwame na enya encounter bi e parliament danum. Na say encounter no say nobody can me who say Sam George was a bit arrogant. Meaning where we are for adventure ebra.
Majority Speaker, the sense of the House is that we constitute, we suspend sitting and constitute a committee of the whole, Mr. Speaker. Move into a committee of the whole so that we can consider the DACF formula. Sorry. No, let's do it. Sorry.
Yes, the application is to constitute the House into a committee of the whole. Any opposing view? Any opposing view? Honourable members, accordingly, the House is very well.
Honourable Speaker, I've been here to answer questions. The questions are time bound. If I don't answer the questions today, it would not be possible for me to answer the questions at any other time. So I'm letting the House know. I've been present, I've been in the House for a number of hours and I've not been called.
Mr. Speaker, you have to relate to the leadership of the House.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Minority Leader. Honorable Minister for Communication, for certain issues, just liaise with the leadership. Yes, Minority Leader.
Honorable Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minister of Communication a moment ago made a statement, which statement has got into the records of this House. I would want to plead with him to kindly withdraw those statements.
Yes, Minister for Communication.
No, Mr. Speaker, what statement is he referring to? He has to be specific on what statement he's referring to. The leader must be specific. I said a number of things.
Mr. Speaker, the minister must know that we accord him respect because he's our minister. He must accord leadership the same respect. Speaker, government business is called by the leadership of the House. So, Honorable Minister, please, you are a Minister of State. Please, kindly withdraw those statements you made earlier by way of objection to the application made by the majority chief. That is what I'm saying. That you should withdraw those statements because you rose on your feet to oppose the application with the explanation that you've been sitting here for 2.5 hours. So you should withdraw it. You should withdraw it. It is wrong. Hey.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I think that let us be clear. I did not just rise on my own. The Speaker of the House asked a specific question, and Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, I'm a member of this House, and I have maximum respect for leadership. So, playing to the gallery with some of the comments you made are very unfortunate. But let's be clear, I did not rise to object to government business. The Speaker of the House, and sometimes when you're in the chair, you should pay attention to business in the House. The Speaker in the chair asked the question, anybody with an objection? So I didn't rise on my own. I rose in response to the question the Speaker asked. I caught his eye and he gave me the floor. So I didn't just rise on my own. So it's important that we set the record straight. It's going into the hands. There are people you play to the gallery with. We have our banter when we have to. But when it's on the record is the record. And so if you're asking me to withdraw what? Are you asking the Speaker to withdraw his question if there was anybody in opposition? The Speaker asked that question and I rose on it. And let us state for the fact that your people have asked questions. For those of you who have just come to Parliament and haven't paid attention to even the orientation, you make the noise. But you see, no. First timers who didn't pay attention. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister responsible for communication.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
What you have to withdraw is if the questions are not taken, you wouldn't be able to come back and answer them.
Mr. Speaker, the very individuals who asked the questions, I said the questions have been invited to answer, for which I've sat in the chamber for 2.5 hours, are time bound. The individuals who have even filed the question are not in the chamber. And so I'm saying to you that, Mr. Speaker,
all you need to do is to wait when it gets to the time and we call the question. And the individuals are not here to ask the question. Then whoever is presiding at that material moment will give the necessary directions. That is what happened. But I'm not also comfortable of the statement that if the questions are not handled for today, you will not be able to come back and answer the questions. I believe that is what the minority leader is asking you to withdraw. So just do the honorable thing and let's make progress. This is not anything.
Mr. Speaker, I have the greatest respect for you.
Very well.
And the reason why I made that statement is because there are other obligations. And I worked with the table office to schedule today. And that's why I'm drawing the attention of the House. Because, Mr. Speaker, the minority leader will be the same person to stand up and say, ministers are avoiding coming to the House. And that's why I'm making this statement, so that it is not said that when you reschedule, and based on other prior commitments, I'm unable to honor.
Honorable Minister for Communication,
so,
just
Mr.
take
Speaker,
a cue.
I take a cue from you, and I'm guided. Thank you.
Honorable members, with all due respect, the statement by the Minister for Communication to the effect that if the questions are not answered, he won't come back to the House to answer the questions, are accordingly ordered to be expunged from our record as if it does not exist. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, a moment ago, the Honorable Minister made a statement to the effect that me urging upon him to withdraw a rather unfortunate statement amounted to playing to the gallery. He went on further to use his left hand to point at some colleagues at the back bench, claiming that they have just come and they should go and learn the rules. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Sam George indeed is a colleague member of Parliament. But he knows, and I know, that once you become a Minister of State, you hold an elevated position. And no matter what, all of us must accord that rank the needed respect. I find what he just directed at my backbench unfortunate. With the left hand, Honorable Minister, there is a good reason why you have a front bench. That in all difficulties and dangers, as you see them, you engage so that we all resolve. Even if they were wrong, you are a Minister of State. Two wrongs, even if you saw anything wrong, you don't use your left hand to attack a colleague in the chamber. That's exactly what you did. Mr. Speaker, anyway, that thing that we cherish melts, and it melts with time. I rest my case.
Members, the House is constituted into a committee of the whole. So, Masha, accordingly, you may clear the gallery.
All right. Asemo. Enti two honorables and a tokwa on the floor of the House, Parliament. But my dream with you, I think say Honorable Sam George was a bit disrespectful here. It doesn't matter. Say Afenyo-Markin him say or correct. But at this particular moment there, I didn't foresee Honorable Sam George to put out that kind of behavior. But of course, I wouldn't be surprised as a President John Dominic Mama any form of racial phobia. It makes me like Sam George. Because it seems say the way Sam George does his things as a minister. Of course, we'll be out on the style of doing things. And I'm not here to say I'm a ninja. It's up to all of us to decide. But I'm not happy with the way Sam George is. He's a young man, a nice man, the way he was in opposition doing things, and that was okay. But a minister, Senator Afenyo-Markin kind of comes with a whole responsibility. Responsibility can say partner there as well. We're a member of Parliament. It's okay. But when we say you are a minister of state, I say, just October. Same registration as Sam George, or same registration. But Mr. Minim say, registered under SLO Sudada. It's a whole thing, we need to employ the rate in front. As I'm a pim. Sam George is me and friends. But instead of Sam George be taking the time, I explain it to the people of Ghana why we need that. No, who be saying a question that would answer Papa Biama? Maybe as someone can remember Tiasia. Some mere crime, I don't foresee. Men are now in Twitter status so but at the reason why we should register our SIM cards again. Osi yen link a Ghana card. For what? You link a Ghana card to it at the end. You need to tell us. Say more fraud now who control there. You can employ other techniques to stop it. And me mention that But it's up to him to do his own thing, because if he thinks that is what the president actually needs, because I think the cabinet among the green light, he should go ahead. But cabinet shouldn't forget that Ghanaians do not understand it. And Sam George, being a nice young man, I expect him to see from explain. They are the national chairman of NDC here, or call around as a thank you to explaining him maybe at him before NTS. Now no munta kakwakazi bit man for nipa 500, but nya 500,000. Munta can kwa me na no, the national chairman and they call around explaining to people at the country and nipa 5,000 bit man for. I don't know why the ministers they sit down expecting some of us to do the explanations for them. Meanwhile, more Pierre then I say for more Juma no. When you want to bring policies and programs onto the people, go down there, explain to them. Men can expect to say be some registration. You might be a 1 year when for explaining to the NTS. They say yeah, table which is a me some kind of tell me was also ashe because you could give a Vodafone that question telesale or say yes, another tourism registrations. It is a yes, say mini access to my phone again. So explain to me how am I going to get everything on my phone? Mine is silent. And then you people think say we are dumb, we are stupid. So you don't need to explain things to us. Sam George, I'm honestly disappointed in you. Not you as Sam George, but Minister Edo no. Me imagine Eslausu is far better than Sam George. I don't know who Sam George. Eslausu is far better than Sam George. And I think the President John Dominic Mama say, oh yeah, Resaford, yeah. Message my binka Sam George. Binka say yinedi. Ubet ma Iris afo na ko baby foforo. But baby aduna say say ana de. Me hu ade Sam George here. And the way when Sam George gets any opportunity or kasa no. Na the nanko Akufo-Addo abera na the bodyguard in Sabenkum e commanding him for some months no. Some of us took our platform and spoke against it. And I didn't expect Sam George. Wo de kwa wunyi yo. Ofre first time in parliament o munku sunya de. No, I feel about parliament. I don't even know why Sam George are doing that. I know, Bob. I think Afenyo he has his own problem. And until now, Oko election now, Ukonya say 78, right, or 76. Yes, Afenyo being the majority leader, and that was what he was doing. And then Ghana forecast say yempe. And from 136, or by ability on 76. Do you expect Sam George to take us to the same position? But that is my question always. Because nipa na usi no oye no the outcome na debere no from 136 to 76 now. It is also been the same position now. Must you do the same thing at your casa fa one and then nipa about 76 in an asset day? You need to improve. That is what we call governance. Obani we na nko no one improve you, but certain be a woman no be a benchmark. Say we ye be there, then you also come back to the same person. No pap, but you me arguing. When you Kufo say, but how can you say, my friend Kufo message into her? Yeah, I'm working Kufo, and I within my money ya now that chame. I say, but how can you say Afenyo is not correct? You are not fair to him. Afenyo was in opposition, did a lot of things. Time in this opposition, Afenyo majority leader. No. The banter on this speaker, some Ghanaians, including us, he spoke against it. But now on Tiasie. Afenyo so on Tiasie say media person be a friend of minority leader or confronting him personally. I was say, you're correct. You don't do those kind of things. We will take you time. Say make and you be an patapane you. Be how to was is nipa na aircraft na to was na explaining actually no. But you patapa and because the mere fact say if you are majority leader and now you are minority leader and as when you minister you didn't that don't mean say on kwana mind no unim nyansa that be here Ghana na close to 40 million people parliament no nipa say na 276 so be a pia na go ayenko. That is why we take few of you to go there. But as we go do we are imagine say obi a Jimini. Me say na me hu but these kind of things we need to be checking. No pap anameba. We need to be checking all these kind of things. Bashiro, that's minia. Ya mweni ya power na kita NDC no. Ubon say ya kita na sa na ye simple mistakes are. Emma bimu ye ya do mko opposition na ye repeat almost the same things. And then be higher again no. Be sa na me hu no there. Idi agula sa ade man be hire adwe papa. Obo say time I say we explain government policies and programs no. Now the defend this Sam George. And now the defenders are red control papa we are never the video. Sa na ade neti o. Enti we say aban ne bo ne homodin. Time I say more cast aban years say now some of us will be defending them when people was no position na be fa ho. Na no do ko. Those kind of things in the Solomon yeah can just say bia you time individuals because politics na here and this no e so chain individuals I work cool no. And this say wonu bi e twasa na hu say e chia e say wo tene ne ntem nya say kokokokwa at a point one ba tene no one we so e twa na ba be kan odan wo say hono na wo ntwetwede ba o ya na nyi o be te say binu ya onama okoye ye obi amfi ni and why it's a papa she no but why could you see what we need for penny baba wa best one say enko free ni papa so be ko no bi ama e bi sa na obo so bi ase da bi papa she could see the ma and so na TikTok na all supporters that na ntie ntie be ye duru kokurubuti time na kokurubuti na ko see say na ye papa she no anyway we see this is the debate with Munufie pa so wo adwen fufuru bia obetimi e de aba na afide ye de ho enkomo. I'm back on the show again. Every day I'll be live streaming. Until mama yempemre na enjoy the channel. Me patch so wait me like it ashe so a mani ebeje ho. See open pocket so ato a very tiny product. Now in the description of this particular video so you get a copy. Obenya bi wo ho. O click so it to take you then you get a pocket a copy of pocket. A product because I say copy. I don't say a product. What you stick at the back of your phone. Nti o di nkomo bi a be record na asan atworo dem no adwuma ya no say wonam na say obi a ukọ office bi ukọ meeting bi na say o person nsema a kan so no unya recorder eno ankasa wo 64 gig nti a recorder and recording good phone so anas bi so that be a recording good this particular device so that is how it is nti bi pacho open copy a na open bi a men kan say copy there na me kan book bi me twero book bi nti no very soon the book ni but the book is going to be about AI, how to utilize artificial intelligence as a tool. The first copy of the book in Ebony, how to use ChatGPT as a tool. I take my time, but I think the book is going to come out. I'll bring a copy of here now. Well, I'll give you a copy. First, if you look at the Everton, the press lab how to use ChatGPT as a tool. Book in Ebeba, NGB Ebeba. So that is something I'm working on. And as I achieve my time, I mean, can I press la messenger or the buy press la cook, press la what do you anyway? Ghana, we were just over 25 million over 10 years ago. Now we are almost double that. Where are all these people coming from? Muntaka, shine your eyes on our body so. What can Muntaka say? Muntaka so ask me who the you. I come say manui obi na kan say manui me nya say mo munta ka say me hu na adwuma ni ye nti say also say was be kire ade kro potin a oye anyway sa na mamu no de she obi nsa wo say o te kire o kasa sa wo jama no beto to papa so sa de me mum de me hu munta ka adwuma oye ni ye but e bia na wo hu ni ye de presla cook ana me ba so hu ni ye nkwa de a na o kire ade munta ka ye enti abusuya enne me de besi wo ha na nyame ya adoma o kina. I'll be back once again Sunday's edition so yana metaboni kitikiti pa and then check it on the 15-minute 10-minute video at all this particular platform so and so yeah there metai edb Bright to say to me apart from the first timers comments I don't think he was arrogant. I think he replied to Afenyo-Markin very well. I don't even expect the majority to be asking some George and Kujetu questions. Apart from the first time as the enemy in Sabinkum or the commander, and I think say that wasn't also fair. And then the third thing I saw from him is that he seems to have some banter with the speaker, and also I didn't expect that because speaker commander was but at a point in me who say Sam George saw himself more powerful than the speaker who was presiding, and that I didn't actually like it very well. Minia Bright, that is something I think so we need to check on that. Because then I kind of position the man were air there. But a bit me feel at any point in time. Do you want to be free and if there are problems at the air, bro? So that is something we need to check. Enti abusuya ene me de besi wo ha na nyame